What's up? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm back here working on this 2022 Terrain, and I went ahead already and slapped that new suspension on that we got. I got mostly all the parts except for the dash airbag so far, right? So threw that suspension on here so I could drive it around a little bit easier. But I just we got this new part in here for this is what's damaged on here. So it's kind of part of the suspension, I don't know, brackets or something they call it. But anyways, so I'm gonna have to drill all these spot welds, and I think I can actually change it to just right here. I don't actually have to change the whole entire strut mount here, because this is a whole another nightmare, and this is all fine. It's only really damaged on this bar right here and a little bit kind of in here. So if we just change drill the spot welds and change it from about here and all the way up on the side here, it'll be right back to OEM spec, and it just welds on right here. So these can be straighten back out a little bit, and once I pull it all apart, make sure it's all good. I'm going to also take this off and either replace it or straighten this piece out, and that should be everything else that's damaged on the outside of the car. As far as the inside, I already have the new airbag for the steering wheel, but unfortunately the dash panel is backward. I do have the dash airbag already, but so I do have a used one lineup, which I would preferably not put a used one in there, but just gonna give it another week or a couple more days, and then see if the dealership was able to come up with anything. So hopefully they can find a dash airbag for me, because it's pretty much the same price, or like within $100, not even, as what they want for a used one at a dealership or at a auto records, right? And then of course it's hard to find the right stitching, because yeah, they're all block dash airbags, but if you look here, the stitching on a few different ones are different colors. So it's like kind of a gray, and then on most of them they're actually kind of like an orange stitching, or you know, just a, I don't want to put a faded airbag or a faded dash in there or anything, right? So but pretty much all the suspension is back together here, and it all looked lined up perfect. I had no problems with that. I used the different strut that I got, because once I got looking at the new strut, where's the old one at here? The old one, the original one, was definitely tweaked a little bit. So if we look right here, it's kind of, I don't know, it might be hard to see on the video, but I thought this one was good, but it's got a little bit of a tweak right there, so that one's no good, and it pretty much only wrecked the CV axle and the lower A-arm there. So everything else looks pretty good. I'm probably gonna get that rim possibly either repainted, or I think it's actually powder coated, I'm not sure. So when they can get it powder coated for about $150, so it might be worth it to do that, and then everything will look back to OE and look mint. So besides that, everything looks pretty good. I will have to line the hood up and stuff, but I just have the headlight out because I took it all apart and just didn't want to break it. The headlight will have that all apart. So, but anyways, I'm gonna get to pulling this apart, and you pull the fuse box out and this battery out, and that'll be able to get all the spot welds and get this piece all apart. I'm going to have to take it all the way back to here, just because this is going to need to be taken off and either replaced or straighten that out. And also I need to take, like, it just kind of overlaps here, so it'll be much easier if I just take that off, and then it can all go back on there nice. So I'm just going to start drilling some spot welds out, get this all fuse box all apart, and hopefully can get this piece off here pretty easily, and then kind of see where I need to take this other one apart, and we can get this all fixed up, and I'll weld it all back together. I'm going to have to paint the other shed to weld, or either take it back to the farm to weld it, because I can't weld in here yet, since it doesn't have the fire coating on the wall yet. So hopefully the county meeting's here next week, and we can get this all figured out, and then we can put the hoist in there and get it all coated and some tin up, and it'll be pretty sweet. But anyways, let's get out to this and we'll start drilling. Alrighty, so unfortunately when I was pulling this thing apart, I end up got this engine mount here, and I discovered a little issue. So I got a light here. So there's a little kink, if you can see it, where the paint's chipped off there. Just a tiny little kink on the frame rail there, which is kind of unfortunate because obviously I didn't think it was hit that hard, and it wasn't hit that hard because it wasn't really damaged that bad. But obviously when it got pushed in here, it just tweaked this over just a little bit. So I guess I talked to the frame shop and they should be able to straighten that out no problem. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do now is just drop the whole motor out and everything, just like on that Blazer that I did, and I'll bring it to them and they can straighten that. They said they would be able to put it on the frame rack and straighten that out no problem. So, which at least that's good news. So I guess next step, I'm gonna just kind of put the fuse block and stuff back in, and then I got the hoist pretty much all set up. So I'm gonna go try to be the first vehicle on the hoist there. So I guess I'll get it back together just so it'd be easier to move if I just drive it over there. And then I can just drop the whole engine and tranny and assembly right out of there, and that way it'll make it way easier for them to they can straighten that out way easier and pull on it a little bit, and make sure this thing's all nice and square, because they wouldn't want to get it all finished and you know, obviously it doesn't line up or something doesn't pass the inspection. So might as well just get it fixed right, and yeah, they'll then I can just paint this up, and then while this is all apart, I'll just finish changing this this section right here, right? So it'll make it a little easier to change that too, but might as well just go get it straightened first, and then I can change that after, because it's not a structural piece, just on the outside, right? So, but anyways, let's get this throw this fuse block back in here, and I should be able to drive it over and stick it on hoist. Alright, so now I have the motor out here, and you can get a better look of where the damage is at. So it's just got a little crinkle right here. I'll get a light. Just a little crinkle right here. So obviously this one rail, it must have pushed it back just a little bit when, because it kind of got, the impact was mostly right here. So I guess when it got hit there, it must have just tweaked it a little bit. So, which is unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. So hopefully they should be able to straighten that no problem, and pop that little dent out, and make sure everything's square, because they're just going to put it up on the frame rack and use their laser measurement, or use your laser tool, and I don't know how they do that exactly, but make sure everything's in the right spot, and then we should be good to go. And then I can just stick that motor back in there, and it'll actually be easier to change this piece. So I might as well just change this piece once I get it back, right? And we'll have everything out of here. and then I can pretty much just stick that back together, put the rest of it together. Like, it's not bad besides that. So, but anyways, I'm gonna bring it to the body or the frame shop right now. So go grab the flat deck and haven't tried it yet. Just have the trailer back in here to test out the hoist, but I haven't picked the vehicle off yet. So go grab it and give her a go and see how good it works. Alrighty, so I went and dropped that train off at the body shop there, and they're gonna put it on the frame rack and straighten up that one rail and make sure it's all square. So they have one of them little laser, I don't know, machines that they can get it all into spec there, and they have all the specs and stuff, right? So they're the same place that did that Blazer for me, so they did a bang on job on that, and it was pretty reasonable. So I mean, I just pulled the motor out, so it was a lot easier because they can get on the inside this way and pull it out, and he just said it would be much easier if they did it without the motor, and it cost me a lot less, right? So hopefully they can do that quick. Maybe they'll get it done tomorrow if they can. They said they could work on it tomorrow, so possibly. And I went and picked up a few more parts. There's a hood for the Denali and the other fender for the Denali, so I can pretty much and these are like the headlight brackets, so they did come pre-drilled, which is kind of nice. So you just gotta stick it on there, and it can really only go in one spot, and then just weld these on, and then I'm gonna have to weld on them little other fender brackets that I was talking about in there. So, but I got quite a few other little odds and ends that finally came in, and so I can get working on that, and then I can do the roof skin next, and the uni side, and then the frame's already repainted if you watch the other video, and got the other box and stuff there. So they're gonna do, the frame shop's also gonna do this Corvette, and I got word that the last piece shipped, so I was waiting for this little bar or little piece that goes right here, and apparently it shipped out of the US, so it should be here in a week. I don't know, they said 2 weeks, like 2 weeks ago, so maybe it's in pretty close here now. So they can change, they're gonna change this piece right here, this panel, and this bottom bar there. So I'm gonna bring it to that shop, and I'm gonna see if they're pretty good, so maybe they'll let me go there and work with them, and I can kind of film it, or just stay out of the way and just film it of how they exactly do that. So I'm gonna probably next week here, depends how the tinning and stuff goes, but I'm going to strip the rest of this down. I'm gonna take the whole, they want me to take the whole dash out because you have to get it behind her, so I'll have to pull the whole interior out, and nothing on the back, but just the doors, and pull everything off there, right? So, and then they can, if it needs to be straightened, they can tweak it and change them 3 pieces for me, and finally maybe get this thing done, because it's been a while, but it's been one heck of a struggle getting them frame parts, but I was able to source them, so that'll be good, and get some more projects rolling here. So I mean, the train's not too exciting, but just a quick little build I'm doing. Probably be a new car for my girlfriend because she's got an Equinox 2, so I just flip her into a new one and then sell that other one that it's about 50,000 K on it now, the one that I built here before. So but yeah, anyways, that's gonna be a wrap for tonight. Probably going out to the farm tomorrow and work some more on that Denali. So hit that like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, and tune in for the next one. Peace.